Hello, my beautiful plant people. If we've never met before, I am Sam, the proud owner of Plant Collector Melbourne. And you guys are probably wondering, why are we in the car? And today's video, we are going plant shopping. I'm going to go pick up my mama and we're going to go to a nursery and look for some plants. I thought that this could be really fun because my mom is trying to look for plants for her beautiful home, and I thought that I could help her style it, make it look pretty, yada yada. And I thought it would be quite helpful if I told you guys how I like to go plant shopping and what I look for when I am. So without further ado, let's go plant shopping. Peep. Alrighty, my friends. So the intention for this video is that I thought, one, it'd be really fun to do a planty vlog of doing some plant shopping and showing you guys all the beautiful plants. But also, two, is what I typically look out for when I am buying plants. So these are my tips and tricks and things that I like to look out for when I'm doing plant shopping for the store or even for myself. So my friends, when I am going plant shopping, there are definitely some factors of things that I look out for when I am looking at the plants. Typically, I'd like to think about the plants that I wish to see beforehand, and just so that I'm not crazily buying heaps and heaps of plants, being like, it'd be nice to buy or look for this and this and this, so I have like a direction of what type of plant I'm looking for. So one of the things that I definitely consider when I'm doing plant shopping is the size of the plant. Am I wanting something that is small, medium, large, extra large? Also, whether I can actually fit it into my car. My car is very tiny, so that's definitely something that I like to consider. I also like to consider the space in which I'm thinking of placing these plants. I think that is a really awesome idea to have a plan of attack before you go plant shopping, looking at the space, being like, what type of plants would suit this space? Also, if you're looking for pots, what specific plants that you actually want to look for. Another thing that I'd like to think about is in the environment, what kind of lighting does it have? What is the conditions of where you wish to place the plant. It is so common for when people come into PCM and I'm trying to help them figure out what kind of plant would suit them and their needs. It is so fascinating to see that lots of people don't really consider like what they're looking for. A lot of them are just kind of like, oh, I just want something that looks nice in the space. But really, the key is to try and to figure out what kind of environment you wish to put the plant in, and then going for that care or that plant that suits the space. Another thing that I like to look out for is like whether there is multiple in the pot or if they have any pups. Typically, I do like to get bigger plants with more bushier, more in the actual pot. For some people, they might want to separate out the pups and the main plant. So definitely something to consider if you want something more bang for your buck. Something that people don't necessarily consider is the shape of the plant, that wherever you're placing it, some people don't realize that a plant has like a face or a direction. So I do think that the shape or the way that the plant is like facing is definitely important and something to look for. I will say this time and time again. If you are going plant shopping, you also have this like obligation for yourself and your plant babies to do pest and like infection patrol. So when you do have a plant that you are interested in and may potentially want to invest in and purchase, to definitely look for pests or infection. And if they do have it, is it a deal breaker for you? Do you have the products to kind of combat it? And if you don't, then it's possible that that plant is not for you. I also like to think and consider the soil or media that the plant is currently in. Is it suitable? Is it not suitable? Will I have to change it? Thinking about your like watering routine. Are you more of an underwaterer, overwaterer, and whether this soil or mix needs to be changed in the future? And do you actually have that mix already? So while me and Mum are shopping, we have kind of two agendas. Mum's agenda is to do some plant shopping and design work for her house, and I'm here to assist and help. And then I'm here to do some plant shopping for, I guess, my house as well, but mostly for the store and PCM. So let us show you guys what we are thinking and what we could be potentially shopping for, and also kind of like the decision-making process, because I think that you guys can learn a little bit from what goes on in our brains while we're trying to pick plants. So let's get shopping. So you're liking the trees, the bambinos, the figs. So stuff like this you like?
I don't know. First of all, I like the pot. So,
Oh, you like more the pot than the plant?
no, and then you decide what can I put it
Okay, yeah.
outside.
And what size pots were you thinking? Like small, medium, large, not extra large?
It would be too big. Do you know what
I feel
was
like it
thinking
would be too
about?
big. Yeah, I think that would
We
be too
might
big.
just have to go those three.
Yeah. If we're thinking
that's
about the
still too much.
space, no, if we're thinking about the space, I think that would suit mostly. Oh, yeah, the variegated stuff. Oh, you like that? Yeah.
That can be the small one.
Yeah.
And the other too high. You reckon?
Yeah. So I think this is like similar to an umbrella tree plant, a schefflera, but it's variegated, I'm pretty sure.
Or we need to get a smaller version.
No, I don't think so. I like it. I like them big, to be honest.
Because see how that's pretty?
Yeah.
Those-
The height? I agree. Definitely. Do you like the palm?
No, I think I like the birds of paradise more.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that one's nicer
Would
too.
that go with the birds of paradise? I think even we just don't need to be three.
We can try. You know what we can do is we can play and get the plants that you want to try, and then we put it in that pot.
In that pot.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I highly recommend doing that. If you guys are shopping for plants, I definitely recommend putting the plants into the pot so that you can actually visually see what they look like, the heights, the colors, if it works, if you don't like. What you can do is you can directly plant it or leave it as is. But if you directly plant them, you can put a layer of pebbles, and that looks really classy. That makes, I think it personally, that it elevates the install instead of just seeing soil. Or you could put bark, that could look nice, but I think the pebbles look really nice. And especially if it goes with the pot color.
I really like the pot.
Yeah, I like the pot too. Yeah, especially for your house. Yeah, I think black and white is very much overdone.
Yeah. It's like rustic.
Yeah. I wonder maybe we'll ask if that is indoor or outdoor. If it's outdoor, then it's better, because if it's indoor and it might not be waterproof. So we'll have to ask.
No.
So let's see. You want to try a birds of paradise? That is a very smart play, mother. That is a smart play. And maybe I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour in a sec too. Looks like multiples in here.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah. I like it though.
No, because otherwise
It's too low. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So my friend, so what we are doing here is we are going to be placing the plants that we genuinely like and have potential of purchasing, and just seeing the levels, seeing what we like. And I will be Mum's little guru of telling her whether it is suitable for where she wishes to place it. So let's go find some plants. So Mum's first pick of the day is that she's loving this guy. And you want something tall and something lower. Yeah? You want it dark?
Dark.
Yeah? I think the dark will look actually really nice with the pot. You said no to palm. Do you want the birds of paradise?
Yeah, that would be the tall one.
Yeah.
behind.
Do you want something like that size or do you want like taller and bigger?
Is this that size, you reckon?
We can try.
Way too big.
We can grab it and then try. And then if you're like, oh no, let's do something bigger. Do you got it or do you want me to carry it? It's okay? Strong mama. Yeah, I think dark would be nice. I'm thinking of the space mark. I think that's okay, but I think I would like it bushier.
It's still bushier.
Yeah, I would like it bushier. The height's fine, but yeah, I think I want it bushy. Do you want to go to the back? I know that there were bigger ones there. True, that's true. Positioning, nice mama. Oh. Let's go shopping. So, something that I also didn't tell you guys is that it is incredibly handy that when you go plant shopping to bring a tape measure. So, one of the reasons why I like to bring this guy is that if the place that you're going to doesn't sell pots or they don't have the selection of pots that you want, at least you know the plant size, the pot size. Always good to bring in. Always, always, always. One thing that I like to look for is like the shape of the plant. So something like this versus like this. I think this one is definitely more lush. There might be some discoloration and some leaves that I don't like. And then just taking into consideration that I might like chop that leaf off and what it would look like. So I would be looking at the shape. I think, yeah, this one, that one's a better shape. And this one has a couple of mechanical damage. So that is the decision-making process. And Mum's already running to put it in the butt. That looks cute. So I like these two. I may not be a fan of this one.
Not this one. Yeah.
I think that's too much, yeah. Maybe that it just needs to be like less irrigation, not as much. Wonder what you guys are thinking through the internet. I think even the shape, I'm not really loving the shape. I do. Mum, do you like this one? Do you like that? Same, I do like it. Is it also undercover or no? Is it undercover? No, it's not. And it gets cold. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think a fern would be better. But then it's going to get a lot of sunlight during winter.
That one doesn't light.
It can deal with some direct light.
Still, and not this one.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I just think that in summer, because it gets direct sunlight, that's going to fry.
Which one?
This one.
How doesn't?
Yeah. This one can deal with light. That one can deal with light. This one, not so much. And you'll need to water that fern a lot too. So I don't personally think that one's a good one. So I think we have settled that this is probably the nicest trio that we have. And the reason why I really like this is because Mum was really in love with that plant. I like the plant and the pot combo. I think that those two are very cute. That we went for tall. We went for maybe a little bit medium and bushy. And so that's the trio that we got so far. I'm really in love with this plant. This is the one that I was thinking about that may be classified as a philodendron. I think I might just get this one for our house, to be honest. I'm a really big fan of this one because she's bushy. Oh, Oh, yeah. Is that one nicer than the one that I've got?
Yeah.
You reckon? I don't know. We'll put it next to each other and we'll decide. So this is what we're playing with. We're playing with this one versus this one. So my mind automatically thinks that this one is discolored, like it's more yellow than green. These are bigger leaves. I think that is bushier. But if I were to cut all the not so great leaves of that, that might actually look better. I think Mum may be right. Yeah. It goes with the tropical vibes, Ma. But now I think that the birds of paradise is not tall enough. But I do like that in there. Like that plant and that pot combo is nice. Yeah. What do you think, Ma?
Let's do this. Happy?
That one was better? This woman. So, in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys around and see if there's any fun stuff. Potentially rare stuff, but I don't think so. A lot of this stuff is definitely more common stuff, but hey, look, we have a pink princess. And it's just a little bit pink. At least it's not a poo princess. Is there anything fun over here? Let's take a look over in this section because we haven't really been looking at indoor much. Some calathea, and I saw these guys. I remember back in the day that this calathea musaica used to go for so much. In Australia, I remember it going for like $300 and it was wild, but I also get it. Like that is just a beautiful leaf and pattern. Beautiful. It's over here. We got some variegated spathiphyllums. The Dominino. And so we have this, like, I feel like this is like a Royal Congo variant, green variant to philodendron, some aglaonema, more peace lily. There is some syngonium, really big fiddly figs. So I would say that we typically come to the nurseries maybe like once a month, if that. Just because it is quite far from PCM and where I live. But yeah, it's very fun. I would say that this nursery is definitely more of the common stuff and what maybe like for more installs, which is why me and Mum are here today for our homes. We've already been to another nursery as well, but they don't allow my camera, so sorry. Sorry, friends, we were not allowed to film in there. This place is always really fun to come to. Yep. I think we're happy. Yeah? So we're trying to figure out whether this can actually fit in the car. This guy, I think that if we wrap up the soil and the pot, that this guy can lie down. And these guys, that one can go on the floor of the car. And maybe the pots, if we stack them into each other, it can go in the boot. Let us see, shall we? Happy? Yeah. Very good. Very good. Okay. So me and Mum are going to go through all of them and decide which one we should choose. Tell me your thought process, Ma. Which one's standing out for you?
Does it need to be more like greener or yellow?
I think greener, ones without blemishes. I mean, did you like it? You taller or shorter? So go for something like lush and short.
I think
This one's pretty short.
but then it might be too short. No, I think the cable the one up.
Yeah, but look at the bottom. See that there's lots of like mechanical damage here. So I would say to go for a different plant. And I'll just also be able to check
Like
That one looks better without any damage.
just yellowish.
Oh, that I
That's
actually
damage.
wouldn't choose this
No.
one just because of like the discoloration on the top.
Because I think
How about that one? Do you like that one?
they're all in your leaflets.
Oh, is it? Do you see the difference between this though, Ma? See how like here it's like continuous. Hold on, I'll show you. See how there it's a continuous light green, but it's not like there's patterns. Do you see the patterns in that?
For like this one.
Yeah, that one looks good. And the bottoms look okay? And then we'll get those pots. Oh, actually, you know what? These do well at PCM. This is like a different Bakia reflector. Actually, I'm going to grab some of these.
Like we're taking it.
So we just took it out of the car boot. As you can see, so I don't think many people talk about this, but when you are traveling with really like tall plants, and given my car is teeny tiny, but I know that if that was laid down, that it could fit in the car. So what we did was we put it in bags and they were lying horizontally in the car. So that is another trick from me to you, that if you have a small car and you want really tall plants, you can lie them down and just make sure you put baggies. So we're not going to be doing the install today because that requires getting more soil and pebbles and whatnot. So we're just going to land everything here and we'll probably do the install at a different date. So let's get all of the rest. And I do think that the pots really go with like the woods of the house, which is awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually plant these puppies in. We're going to need a lot of soil and then some pebbles, and then actually these plants will be a lot higher because at the moment the pots are at the very base of the pot and we want them to be slightly higher. Hello, this is day 2 of us doing our plant install. Are you ready, Mama?
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's cheers.
Start with these first.
We'll start with a little cup of tea. And so the plan, Mama.
Yeah.
Do you know the plan?
No.
Okay, let me tell you the plan. So the plan here is we're going to remove the plants. We're going to put our 16 bags of soil into the pots. I also have slow release fertilizer because I know that surely you don't want to be mixing up water and liquid fertilizer all the time, right? You just want to grab the hose and put it in there.
put it in,
Yeah. Slow release fertilizer. And my favorite part is we're going to put some pebbles on the top for decorative purposes. And also the pebbles will help retain some of the moisture as well. So it'll make it easier for you to care. There's also part of me, I'm guessing there's no holes at the bottom. Did we check that?
Ooh, I can't remember.
I can't remember. And if there is no holes, we're going to put like some pebbles at the bottom. So not the decorative ones. There's some, I feel like we have some somewhere, some scoria.
Yeah.
So we'll put that at the bottom. Soil with slow release fertilizer, pebbles on top.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
You ready?
Ready.
Ready, let's do it. Okay, let's also grab some gloves, huh? Alrighty, my friends, so here we have scoria, which we'll be putting at the base of the pot for some drainage. So as you can see, we have one drainage hole, which may not be enough. So we're going to put some scoria at the bottom, just so that it has a little bit of a reservoir. Weapon of choice, the gloves. Ding! Don't get me wrong, the bark in the soil looks good. So like that. But isn't this so much prettier? Especially since the stones really add to the pot. It's heavy. Alrighty, so we are going to do some last minute things. I mean, it's pretty much all done, but I can see that there are still some yellow leaves, and I think the birds of paradise could definitely use a wipe down. So we are going to go do that. Finally done with our plant shopping and install. How do you feel about the end product?
It looks so beautiful and I love it.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm so glad.
It looks so classy.
I think we did a really good job with pairing the pot color with the house.
Yes, that's
and
correct.
Then the pebbles as well, and the different levels of the plants. Yeah,
Yes.
I think we did a good job.
Yes.
So overall happy?
Yes.
Yeah. High five. I do think though, I was like taking a look at the space. I would love to put more plants where the spa is.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
I reckon what type would
I
we
reckon
use
something
the
similar,
same?
but maybe instead of like 3 and that they're all different levels and different sizes, I think like 3 and it's like all similar in there. So maybe we go plant shopping part 2.
Yes,
yeah,
that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
I like that. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this week's video. Thank you guys so much for coming plant shopping with me and Mum, and also doing the install. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to let us know down below. Me and Mum are more than happy to go more plant shopping. And also let us know what you think of Mum's plants, the install, the new space. She's done a really good job in styling it, as you can see. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yes.
Bye!
Bye.
Mwah!